Shalom, shalom. First, foremost, I want to give all praise and glory, honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwarash. I want to give double honor to Apostles Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. I want to give my shalom to the Akim and Akwas and rooted in his faith and truth. This is the brother Iowa from the Gary Branch of Great Millstone coming back at it again with Lord and another edifying video. So, today, during my lunch break, I want to go into the book of Obadiah and just hit a few key points because we have to remember that it's going to be a beautiful thing to see the downfall of our enemy. It's going to be a beautiful thing to see us finally get our recompense, right? To see them finally get judged for the things they've been doing, right? Because in this world, everybody believes, oh, the Lord loves all, the Lord hates nobody, this, that, and the third. But the Lord has said multiple times, for Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. For your love of blood, blood shall pursue thee. Ezekiel 35, the chapter going on down, right? All of these different things, even going back to Cain and Abel. Your brother's blood crieth to you, crieth for you, roughly paraphrasing. So it's going to come that time because they said, I sit a widow and have seen no sorrow. They're finally going to see that sorrow. The Lord's lifting up their scourge now to expose all of those diseases and different things. But then after that, it's going to come that time. He's going to come back and slay them, right? And put them in captivity for what they did to us, right? So it says, we're going to try to go through it. And if it gets close to the time I got to go, I'm just going to go down to the bottom, okay? So it says, the vision of Obadiah, thus says the Lord Yahweh, concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. So it's not a rumor, it's really a fact. And that ambassador is what he used to send before every time the place was going to get judged. So just like Esau, Babylon's about to get judged, and who he has his elect here being the ambassadors, pretty much warning the people to pretty much get away from them, and then also telling them their judgment was to come. And when I say them, it's the 2/3 and Esau, Edom, all these other heathens. It says, behold, I made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, and thou dwellest in the clefts of the rocks. So their minds got puffed up to believe that they can really fight against the Lord and his angels, and that they really gonna be in rulership forever. It says, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high. Who lives in all these high skyscrapers? Who lives in all these freaking towers at the top? What's that stuff called? What is it called? What is that? The penthouse. These are the ones that want to live in the penthouse. Why? Because they're from they were born from the Caucasus Mountains. This is what they're from. That's what they're naturally comfortable with. So that's why they build it that way, to make it feel more at home. You go to any city, major cities, and they have all types of big skyscraper mountains. Not mountains, but buildings. Right? It says, whose habitation is high, thus says in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? That's being puffed up, thinking that nobody can bring you down. When in all reality, we know that the Lord has already said he's going to be the one to bring you down. Who says, what was that? Esau came out and his brother Jacob was holding on to his, pretty much his ankle, right? That's pulling him down out of rulership, pulling him down out of heaven, down to that hell, and while we're going to be exalted up. Because it says, for the end of Esau is the beginning of Jacob, right? It says, though thou exalt thyself as an eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, all of these satellites, believing that they're big brother, trying to be like the Lord, watching everything, want to be in control of everything, thence will I bring thee down, says the Lord. He's going to bring you down. He's going to bring all of your high technologies down. The things that you believe is making you who you are, he's going to bring down, right? He's going to show you that you're nothing but a man. It says, if these came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen until they had enough? So most thieves, right, they steal just to be sufficient. They steal to eat. But Esau, Edom, these niggas do the most. You you close your eyes, your whole house will be gone. And your clothes off your back. It says, would they not have stolen till they had enough? If grape gatherers came to thee, would they have not leave some grapes? So they're going to take all the grapes off the tree. Let a grape drop on the ground. They're going to try to take that too. They ain't going to leave nothing. It says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They eat thy bread, have laid a wound under thee. There is no understanding in him. Let's go to the NLT. It says, all your allies will turn against you. They will help to chase you from your land. This isn't even their land. That's the thing. That's one thing. And then these allies are forced allies. These are people that you put into subjection and pretty much had that rod over them and said, "You're gonna be my ally, pretty much. I'm gonna destroy your nation, but you can come live with me." So this whole time they didn't forget. They just played it cool until they was able to. Till the Lord said, "Let the weak say they are strong." So that's what's going on now. Everybody has that same powers and swords that you gave out. So now they feel strong and they're gonna gang up against you, right? It says they will promise you peace while plotting to deceive and destroy you. Your trusted friends will set traps for you and you won't even know about it. You're not going to know about it because you're too puffed up to believe that you can get taken down, right? It says, "Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise man out of Esau and understanding out of the mount of, I'm Salakia. Destroy the wise man out of Edom and the understanding out of the mount of Esau." That's that, Teman. He's taking all of them down. Those German scientists, all of that. Your high your high-minded ones, the ones that are making all of these nuclear missiles and different things, he's gonna get rid of all of them. It says, "And a mighty man, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of Mount Esau may be cut off by slaughter." That goes back to Ezekiel 35 when he said, "I shall fill your mountains with your slain ones." The same way they was doing us. Same thing's gonna happen to them, man. It says, "For that violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever." So after you serve out your sentence, you're gonna get done away with. Says, "In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, and the day that thou strangers carried away captive his forces and foreigners into his gates, and cast lots up to Jerusalem, even thou wast as one of them. But thou shouldest not have looked on thy brother, Slakin. But thou shouldst have not looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Esau, over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of his distress." So you were boasting when we was at the bottom. You was making it even worse for us. When you shouldn't have been doing that. That's like when a parent is whooping, disciplining one child, and the other child laugh. Now you finna get beat too, right? So that it's finna get 10 times worse for you, man. It says, "Thou shalt have not entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou shouldst not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, neither, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity." Right? It says, verse 13, "You should have not plundered the land of Israel when they were suffering some such calamity. You should not have gloated over their destruction when they were suffering such calamity. You should not have seized their wealth when they were suffering such calamity." So when we was going through hell, you was right there trying to just laugh, talk crazy, and take all of our stuff from us, man. "Neither shouldst thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape." Neither should have. So pretty much when you should not have stood in the crossfires killing those who tried to escape, right? That's real fucked up, bro. You pretty much trying to destroy them all. The Lord's not protecting them no more, so he's giving them over to us for the slaughter. It says, "Neither shouldest thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Did he not report them double, make them drink of that cup without mixture? Right? Thou that leave into captivity shall be in captivity. Thou that kill with the sword shall be killed with the sword. This is the patience and the faith of the saints." Roughly paraphrasing. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head. Right? It says, "As you have drunken upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, shall swallow down, they shall be as they have not been, because all of you have been in heaven." So you guys are gonna have been after you guys have not been, meaning you're gonna be in a new estate. You're not gonna be at the top anymore. You guys are gonna be all in captivity, not knowing like, damn, this is what it's like, because it's easy to be the one with the rod. It's hard to be the one getting hit with it. It says, "But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions." You guys, y'all gonna be as possessions. "I will give you the heathen for thy inheritance." It says, "In the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them." We're gonna be destroying y'all, man. Lord willing, we're a part of that number, but we're gonna be bringing y'all down for all the things that you've done. "And they shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it." Right? So when the Lord says something, it's gonna happen. It's already there, and it's really already has happened. We just gotta let it play out. It says, and they of the soul shall and they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau. They of the plain, the Philistines, and they shall possess the field of Ephraim and the fields of Samaria. And Benjamin shall possess Gilead. It says, in the captivity of the host of the children of Israel shall possess that of the Canaanites into Zaphath, and captivity of Jerusalem, which is for Sephard, shall possess the cities of the south. And Saber shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom the heathen, and to those that pretty much are against him, have calamity against him, enmity. What's going to happen to them? Right? That's why it says, what is the day of the Lord to you? The day of the Lord isn't going to be the same for everybody. Yeah, it's going to be happy for some, but for the others, it's going to be a gruesome day of hell. Right? So Lord willing, this video is edifying, and with that, I want to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rikakrash. We give double honor to Apostle Gary Milson, who rule well and teach well. We give mighty shalom to all the Akim and Aqua out there staying rooted in his faith and truth. With that, I want to give a mighty shalom. Kwame Yasharallah.